Hey everyone, can you all hear me? Please confirm in the chat. Okay, so welcome to the Hashnode Bootcamp. My name is Daniela Passos. I'm the Developer Relations and Community Manager at Hashnode. For those of you who are completely new to our platform, Hashnode is a super vibrant and rapidly growing community for developers to connect, learn, and share their knowledge. So I'm super excited to have you guys here. And we have an amazing educational event filled with amazing speakers, insightful discussions, and opportunities for you to learn and develop your skills in technical writing, personal branding, and monetization. And our agenda for this bootcamp is completely tailored to help you guys excel in technical writing. We believe that these are essential for developers who are looking to make a name for themselves in the industry and generate revenue from their expertise. So one thing that I would love to know as we start is how long have you been blogging with Hashnode so far? Nice. A lot of people just starting now, which is awesome. So the primary goal for this event is to foster our community where you guys can come together, share your knowledge, and grow professionally. And I'm also super excited to share with you the powerful Hashnode AI, which is integrated into our Pro plan. So the Hashnode AI helps you guys by offering personalized content recommendations, smart code suggestions, and much more. And with Hashnode AI, you can enhance your learning experience and get the most out of your platform. And the best part of it is that you can sign up for the Pro plan without a credit card by visiting the hashnode.com/AI page on our website. So I would love to guys to check it out, try it out, and let us know your thoughts. And as we move through the bootcamp, I highly encourage you guys to participate, engage with the speakers, ask a lot of questions so you guys can learn and grow from them and actually get the most of your individualized experience. And a little treat for you as you write articles on Hashnode about what you have learned. You can use the hashtag Hashnode Bootcamp when posting. And the top 3 submissions will receive an awesome Hashnode gift. So without further ado, I'm just waiting for our first speaker to join us. And as soon as he does, we'll kick off an amazing Hashnode Bootcamp experience. Hello, hello. How you doing, Ankur?
Hey, Danny. I'm doing good. I'm doing it. Am I
Nice
audible?
to finally. Yes, nice to have you here. I can't see your camera though.
Yeah, just I think this air meet is pretty new to me, so I'm trying to set up. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
it better now?
Perfect now. So, welcome to the stage. For you guys that don't know Ankur, he will be speaking about the importance of writing as a developer. He's an amazing dev, and I'll pass the mic to him. So, welcome and have fun in your session.
Yeah. Thank you very much, first of all, having me at this boot camp. And hey, everyone. I hope you had a great Monday today. To get started, I think just a formal intro. I am in Sweden right now, basically belong from India. I was in Pune and till now, I think almost 13 years in tech, worked with various service industries, then product-based companies, and now working as a consultant here in Sweden. Apart from that, I do some writing, blogging on internet, and I think a couple of you follow me on Twitter as well. So trying to share my experience, what I have learned, and trying to learn from you, new upcoming people in software development. So yeah, that's a quick intro. And I think this session is mostly why writing is important as a software engineer. So I'll start from the uh, backstage story, basically. So I started my career in 2010 with Accenture Service Private Limited. I was in Chennai, and it's all of a sudden different world. I belong to North India, so some people know who are from North India. So it was a completely drastic change for me. So yes, I learned a couple of things there, and then I soon come back to Gurgaon. I started almost like 6 years. I spent around in Accenture Service Private Limited. Then I moved to Pune in back in 2014, and there it's that's writing stuff actually got started, not exactly which I am doing on internet right now. So there I met one team lead. I was working for Team Mobile project, and that moment I think Angular just came, Angular JS actually, not Angular, was came into the market, and it was everyone's just trying to work on that. And I was typically a Java guy, to be honest, not the JavaScript guy till 2014. And I transit myself as a JavaScript developer back in 2014 there. So we were a big team. We were a distributed team, like some people sitting in Pune, some on Gurgaon, some in US, some in Australia. So it's a very big team, and people are scattered here and there. So we were trying to document everything. It's just, basically a very big project from the scratch. So we feel like we were unable to communicate effectively on a daily basis. So we were trying to set up our Confluence page, basically. So then there I get a chance and see the opportunity. And I discussed with my lead, so hey, I would like to contribute on this part, like what exactly APIs and what UI and UX which we are trying to do. So basically, my background is like I'm mostly code in React, so kind of like front end developer, you can say. I can code in the back end as well, but not that much. So I leveraged that opportunity and I get started around that. It works fine. I learned some things. I knew some things, almost like 3 4 years since then, 2018. And meanwhile, I was always have an idea like why how people write on the internet, and there are good blogs which personally, whenever, for example, let's say you stuck on a issue on a day-to-day basis, you just Google and you find some very beautifully written blog post. So I was always wondering like how this person has written this blog post, and from where those people get time and energy to spend after 9 to 5. So that's where I was just suddenly one day registered a domain. I didn't know exactly what domain it is, to be honest, at that moment. It should be WordPress or not, and doesn't matter. So I was writing in the background. I never published those blogs in public. Uh, Yes, but what happened by this process, like I am getting used to of writing, I am getting used to of sharing my exact areas or what I'm liking, what I'm not liking, at least to myself. And then later, I think back in 2020, when this pandemic and all happened, one day I was just suddenly met a couple of people on Twitter, and Ravin is one of the person who got uh, influenced me. Like you can share your experience. Why don't you try to share your experience on Twitter? So I started sharing my experience, and now it's almost like 3 years. I have written many posts. I have written how to write effectively as a software engineer, and why this writing, to be honest, is effective. Like as I've given you the example of distributed teams. So this is really important. And on a day-to-day basis, as a software engineer, you work on various different aspects of software development. For example, let's say you have raised a PR, so you have right to your and you are assigned, someone has assigned a pull request to you. So it's something you have to give in the comments to that person. So you have to be polite, and you have to be you should not be judgmental. So some people becomes very harsh on the new people when it comes to request, like reviewing the pull request. And this is one of the example. On day-to-day basis, like we write a lot of messages on Slack or Teams, whatever tools you guys are using, doesn't matter. On trying to communicate on, let's say you are working on a functionality which has assigned to by the your BA or product owner. So you need to communicate effectively. So communication comes from two ways, like either like verbal communication or like writing communication. So as you grow in the ladder, so writing becomes even more important, because now, for example, you are becoming tech lead or tech manager. So you need to work on the other areas of software development. For example, like you need to write some RFPs, you need to work on some product development areas. What sort of like if you are a manager and under your let's say 5 or 10 people, you are managing them, so you need to write their self development plan, you need to write their self improvement plan, and end of the year you need to document their performance document as well. So there are many different aspects of software development which becomes very crucial as you grow in the ladder. And it's not just me. I'm telling this. It's like a very. I've shared many tweets. You can go to my Twitter account and just type writing, so you will get many other good advices which I have learned from other people already in the software industries. So yes, writing effectively is really. I think I recently, I last week I tweet about that. Is like after code, I think writing is, in my personal opinion, is the best, second best, most important thing to grow as a software developer in tech. And it definitely helps you. It definitely helps you to communicate your ideas, your thoughts, and why you think about this particular project or particular idea to kick off in an effective way. I think I don't have much any slides, so sorry for that. I'm not a very presentation guy. So if you have any questions, so feel free to ask me. I will love to give my opinions and thought process. So Danny, from where I can see the questions.
See a few questions here. How to stay consistent in writing and getting interest in writing?
So yeah, that's a good question, I think. And to be honest, it's one of the biggest pain point which I personally also had, and I think many new developers also face this area, because why this question is important? Like on daily basis, we are mostly effectively work on our coding task, and we become exhausted. So it's really, you have to get push out of yourself, and okay, now this bug I have solved, and now I have to write about this as well. So it's really exhausting. So what I have realized after writing multiple years is like it's really consistency is good thing, but I think don't never force yourself to write on a daily basis or write on a weekly basis. But yes, write when motivation strikes, and then you must write for at least longer period of hours. Like for example, all of a sudden on a weekend you get some idea and you're energetic and feel refreshed. So I think that moment you can capitalize, and you can write many ideas and many thoughts on that particular moment, maybe like a window of half an hour, 1 hour, or 2 hours, maybe. That doesn't matter, because that's how our human body or human psychology works. Basically, it's we I tried both the methods, and now I feel like this is much more effective and much more. I can produce quality work as well. It's not like I have to wake up at 5 and I have to give a cool shower, and those things work.
Automated, yes.
Yeah, those things works for people. I think if it is working for you, I think it's fine. You can continue with that. Even I tried that. And recently, I wrote a book around this blogging and all, and I tried almost like a 15 days, and it works really, to be honest, at that moment, because I had that particular goal, like I have to complete that book within that window of time frame. So I have to make myself push. I have to reschedule my gym from morning to evening. and that's how it works. So I think there is nothing, in my opinion, is not like steep process, or you can say at like random fact of analysis you must do about around your career or your strength basically. So this is what my advice. So I have tried both. This is what I am comfortable right now. So I think
That's
try
nice.
both, and it's up to you which works for you.
Like the matter of getting inspiration and getting in a consistent habit is always hard, but once you do, like even the experiment you did, like for 15 days, that's very interesting.
Yes, yeah. So to elaborate this more, I think this is again, unless you tried something, or unless you put yourself in those shoes, you won't even understand exactly how things work. So I have tried this like continuous writing, almost like a daily, weekly once blog post as well for like, and I got that reward as well. I think Dev too rewarded me like a writer of the year in 2021. I almost write a blog
Nice.
post every week. But again, I feel exhausted after doing that. So that's why I'm saying, like, write when motivation strikes.
Nice. Uh, what is the right approach to getting writing ideas?
Okay, I think again, this is an interesting topic, and I think we all have many ideas, and some people. I remember someone DM me one day, and he or she was asking like, how should I write about this technologies like React, Angular, and other aspects of web development, because many ideas and many big players have already written so much of content on the internet. I think, and Angie Jones has written once, if I remember, in 2020 somewhere around, she tweeted around that, like, don't doesn't matter if someone has already written one particular area or specialization, because it's always people looking for different thought process and different way of listening, or the ideas, how you think and how you particularly resolve that issue. For example, let's say React or Angular, Next.js, or any framework. So never think it's like a duplicate of ideas. Forces you to stop. Okay, I have searched in Hashnode. Like in Hashnode has a very good functionality. I think you can just go and check in the search box. You just type React, and you will see lots of articles. And if you know, okay, this particular person or blogger has written this, let's say, for example, React or Angular, and you also solve this particular problem. So just write in your unique way or your unique style how you solve that, because that is completely different from what that particular other person has already written. And that's how I get ideas. I also generally don't have many big vast ideas. You can see my old blog posts; those are totally stupid, and and one of the reason I haven't deleted those posts to get the motivation where I am right now. Like, I have written completely shit post, to be honest. I literally laugh sometimes on those posts. Like, is it some really me? I have written those posts, but no, I why deliberately I haven't deleted. Like, that reminds me like where I have started, and now what I am talking about and what I am writing. And one magic formula which I personally keep, I think I have tweeted about this as well. Like, Notes app in my mobile is always available whenever I have ideas of. I was just surfing, or maybe just watching a reel on Instagram or other. I have idea. Okay, this guy has did this, so I also have an experience, and I did that in the past. So okay, I can write this topic maybe later. Just write a just maybe a line or two. You have make a backlog of items and pick those items when motivation strikes again. So this is how you keep pile up your writing ideas. So I have many ideas right now, but I don't have time to write all those ideas.
That's nice. Would you say that you, let's say, you don't have your mobile all the time when writing? Do you usually like time block when you start writing? How do you kind of like stay focused and plan to finalize the article?
I think here two things which I personally see over the period of time is like if something is very technical topic. Recently, like I wrote a for an article for Madusa. I implemented a e-commerce store for them. So that is deep. You have to be like write and the code along the side. So that I personally write on a very calm, focused mind when I really have deadline to finish that task. If something is like freestyle writing, I am writing about my experience from the past or how I did this and why how you should do this. So that I feel I don't. Restricted myself not to be very polarized kind of stuff. So I feel like you should go with the flow and just write whatever is coming in your mind. Like for example, you want to write a 1,000 word of blog post and you have written 3,000 word, 4,000. It doesn't matter, just write whatever is coming in your mind, and then later it's only editing you need to do. So that's how I write. Like I write tons of things, and sometimes I don't even publish those blog posts, but they help me to jot down my ideas, how I think and how I communicate with other people, and what I think. For example, let's say I met someone on internet on an offline world as well, and we discuss some topics, doesn't matter technical or future growth or XYZ topic. So I just come back and I know, okay, that was a very important topics we were discussing. So this is was the points I have discussed. So later on, you just need to edit, and you need to be very good at editing. It's like it's just like YouTube YouTubers do, they are very good in editing. So as a writer, you need to be understand like only people like what we say like I forgot the word. Uh, Sorry. So
Describe it. What you want to say? We'll get it.
yeah, just like reiterating, like editing is really important. You need to find your unique style. This is what I have learned, and I think Monica Lent is. I think I really admire her blogging style and how she writes and how she developed that blogging for devs community. And there is another. I think. Judge Lee, like pragmatic engineer, like I love that how Judge Lee light and one more important fact is like I was also in the similar situation. Like, okay, hey, this guy has written this, and how effectively I can write something similar. If you are starting, you are just new to the blogging or technical writing or any kind of writing. Maybe you are just a fresher joining in your company, and you have received tons of emails from your tech lead or your tech manager or your director. Try to analyze their writing and their email, how they write actually, and just try to copy their style at least in initial days, but in your unique style. Don't, I'm not saying just copy and paste. I'm saying like just try to replicate their thought process. Okay, this guy write this, that particularly strikes you as a person. Okay, because everyone has different taste of in writing as well. So this is what really effective. Personally, I had like I have literally copy pasted the other people ideas, but in my unique style. And then now over the period of time, I have developed now. I feel happy because I have seen on Hashnode and there were two like other people are copying my style. So this is I think I feel a win. Like some people are I am trying to influence other people. So that's what I did in the past. And this is not just me. I'm saying so many other bloggers like Coding Horror. If you go to that platform, read his blogs, he also says almost the similar things.
Nice. That's very insightful. Okay, another question for you. What are the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
steps of diving into a technical writing career? That's a great one.
Right. I think technical writing career. I'm not sure. Is it something I am? I can give proper advice because I'm not in a particularly like in a writing career. I tried DevRel to be honest in last year 2021 with one startup, and that's where this writing and blogging and ideas effectively comes into the picture. And I converted this in a different sort of flavor. I was like, as I said, like I'm working as a React engineer as my primary bread and butter. So I'm not sure like technical writing career, what all steps you must have, but for sure you must be good in communication as a writing, and you must be good to understand at least one tech stack overall if you want to write technical writing articles, because technical writing, some people said doesn't involve coding. That is something I think they are lying. It doesn't help like that. You have to at least to code a demo POC or demo articles, or implementing the ideas by leveraging the documentation or leveraging the functionalities. For example, you want to implement the uh, recent example, if I give, I implement this Madusa e-commerce store in Next.js. So I have to learn a little bit of, because I haven't coded much in Next.js, but I know the React. So that makes me a bit easier to understand that process easily. So that's where I think these two things must be taken care of. And I think technical writing is a good career. I think if you get you have good remote opportunities as well. Some many startups in the world are ready to hire technical writers, and it's a gap, I think. And if you are from, for example, you are in India, you can give the like fill that gap as well. This is what I can give at this moment. Not the very direct advice, but I think indirect advice.
Awesome. Okay. How long should a blog post be? I know it should depend on the topic, but is there any way to determine the length, or should I make a series of blogs about a topic detailing everything about it?
I think, yeah, it's as you already given the answer. It depends, but I would never say you try to restrict yourself within some, just limiting the characters. Uh, some blog post may goes to 2000 words, 1500 words, but yes, keep in mind attention span is very low unless you have a very good heading, subheading, and initial paragraphs. So it's become very difficult for other people to go unless they are looking for something specifically from your blog post. But if you want people to, because you need to be very good to let your audience know to skim your paragraphs, because most of the time, like 90% people just come and skim through, and they will get what they want. So don't write for yourself, write for your audience actually. So we did a mistake, like we always thought, okay, this is, I like it. No, doesn't matter what you like, but write what your audience like. So I think
Being
don't
in
restrict
mind, being
yourself.
helpful. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Be-
So that's where I think, and initially I also did this mistake. I have written almost like 4,000 words blog posts. Nobody give a damn shit about those, unless, yes, specifically I'm stuck in one particular issue, and I am finding one particular blog post that is particularly hitting me. So that is your audience. So you need to define your audience basically, for whom you need to write.
That's awesome. Okay, we have a highly voted one here. What advice will you give to someone who had just started in tech and is also trying to document their journey through blogs?
I think this is the most important thing in my 13 years of career. I have realized this was a mistake I did. Like I started very late, and these days, like you guys have ample amount of opportunities on internet. I didn't even know Twitter exists. To be honest, I had my account in 2009, I think, when Twitter launched, but I seriously started in 2020. So if you are starting your careers, don't take pressure to write blog posts. Just write whatever you are learning on a weekly basis, monthly basis, or yearly basis. So, and see how this happens, because blogging and writing definitely is not for everyone. If you don't feel comfortable sharing what exactly you are, how you are solved that particular issue at your coding while you are doing implementing that particular functionality. So see, after a couple of years, you will definitely make a flavor of your writing, and then if you want to continue, you already know your answer. Otherwise, if it feels forcey after multiple years as well. So I think it's time to stop, and you can find something else, which, because writing is definitely good in terms of if you are still working as a software engineer in the industry. But if you want to monetize, or let's say you want to write for blog post for some side income and all, so you have to be very effective, and you have to be very innovative, and you must be likable by the audience, and unless you have something unique to offer, I think it's very tough to stand out, to become a standout developer. That's what they say. I can't hear you. You are in mute, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
good point. So we have a couple more questions. There's a lot of questions here, but I'll select the most of the top voted ones.
yeah, yeah.
So that's a great one. How do you keep your technical writing skills up to date and stay informed about the latest trends and best practices in the field?
I think Twitter is the most important source of information I have. Like, I just sit 15 minutes or 20 minutes, just scroll down in Twitter randomly. I don't, not only the people I follow, I go to different industry people, and I see how exactly what they are writing, what they are doing, and why they are doing. So that gives me different ideas. And this is one of the, again, different factors you can. And I learned this from Daniel. Like he once shared these ideas. Like, if you stuck and you feel bloated, like you don't have any good ideas, so just go to different field and how they are doing. So that's where you get some fresh ideas, and you can incorporate those ideas in your existing tech skills. So and keeping like how do you keep your technical up to date? So up to date, this is the latest example. Like Next.js, I never coded professionally from Next.js, but yes, one target comes, and I know, and that's where I said you just need to be good. At least in my opinion, yes, there are different opinions other people have, but I think after 13 years, I feel like if you are good in one technologies, it's very easy to transform, or to jump onto a different train when times comes. And I've coded in Angular as well in past, so and coded in Java as well. So it's easy once you become a proficient, at least, and give your 100% to move to the different field. That's how I feel. I keep myself up to date.
That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, I would agree. Same for me in terms of trying to find new trends or discover new tech. Twitter is always a huge source of ideas and discovering what's trending right now. So,
Yeah.
after we are done with blogging, is there any other ways to make your blog reach out more and more people apart from posting on Twitter and LinkedIn?
I think, yeah, this is again important topic, and I'll be a bit honest, so don't feel like I'm against Hashnode. But yes, I think end of the day, I think Hashnode, Dev2, Medium, and D-Zone, the Free Code Camp. There are many like interesting competitors you already know. So and you must leverage every competitor and platforms to, as an individual and as a blogger, to yourself. Because if you are new, and doesn't matter, you are 1 year experience and you don't have much views, or people don't know you, to be honest. So it doesn't matter how good you are writing, how good your blog post is, unless people know what you are writing. So it's your responsibility to share your content, but don't become a spam. It's There are some good ideas and good ways to uh, generate leads, or share your ideas on the multiple platforms. So cross posting is something I believe helped me a lot in personally. Like I was sharing, I started I think with Dev2, and then I think Kathleen joined Hashnode, and then I switched myself on Hashnode, and then later on Medium as well, and then D-Zone, Free Code Camp. Recently, I think I haven't posted there, but yeah, I have some plans. But leverage all these platforms and cross post and share. For example, you are sharing apart from LinkedIn, Twitter. Yes, on LinkedIn, Twitter, someone asks you something, so just give them the link, and you can see how I do. Let's say someone is in my comments ask me this particular question. So I just share my along with my answer, I just shared my blog link as well. So it's a like soft, you can say, um, um, trying to be very polite with answering that particular person a question, and then just share your blog post as well. So this is the, I think, kind of way you need to understand. Unless people know you, so nobody understand exactly what you are writing and why you are writing. So you need to be very proficient and in cross posting as well.
That's awesome. And just to give a little bit of taste of Hashnode as well, I don't know if you have seen Ankur, but we have now Hashnode Pro, and you can use the Pro features and the AI features we have available to both generate some new ideas, craft compelling content, and even SEO optimize your blog for the search engine. So you have a higher chance to rank higher. So if you guys didn't check that out, I highly recommend you doing so. And I really am passionate about the features, but I will let you guys take a taste of that and let us know afterwards. So
Yeah, I think I have a couple of questions. I think I'll take it over the email. I
you
haven't tried
can, you
that,
can.
but
Inbox is always open.
definitely would love to become a Hashnode Pro soon.
Awesome. I'll definitely help you out through that process after our meeting, but our session. So yeah, that would be fun. And I would love to have your feedback on that as well. I'm sure you would love it.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
sure.
okay, maybe a last question. How do you combine or balance being a software engineer with being a technical writing, specifically when you work a 9 to 5 job in an office setting?
Yes, this is a very common question. I think many people ask. So this, I think, I'll be very honest. It's up to you what you want in your life. So, and I said it's. I'm also trying to become very honest. You have to make some extra efforts, and you have to be sacrifice something to achieve something. So there is no like hard and fast rule, or there is no like get rich quick scheme. So as I said, like sometimes I do some very almost like daily basis early mornings shifts, and sometimes I do late night shifts as well. So still I have a lot of energy. So I try to capitalize those energy. So yes, after you have to do some here and there, and you have to take something on the backside. So it's all about priorities, what you want in your life. So I see writing as a like alternate career. I'm myself in next 5 years, something like that. So I might quit this we say rat race soon. So after that, that is one of the reason I moved to Sweden from India. Here I feel mid more comfortable working as a consultant. So nobody care it's very neck to neck after like 5 4, nobody cares what you are doing, why you are doing, and I have ample amount of time, and which unfortunately I don't have back in India. So this is how I'm trying to make a balance, and I'm like a father of 10-year-old, so I have to make some adjustment there as well. So yeah, it's a combined decision. So it's I left on the people who ask this question, like, see what you want in next 5 years, and you will do to progress towards that path right now.
Okay. Well, I'll not take much of your time. Really would love to say thank you for joining us in this awesome session. Really appreciate your time and you being here. That was a great session, really insightful, and loved everything that you have shared with us today.
Yeah, thank you very much. And again, thank you for this great opportunity. Would love to see how other speakers will see. I'll try to join them as well. Yeah, thank you. And if
Okay.
anyone have any questions, I always appreciate that. Feel free to DM me or join my newsletter as well. You can have many other different sort of understanding how exactly I'm writing in the backend.
That's awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you again, Encore. We'll be starting the next session with Swapna soon.
yeah. Thank
So
you. Thank you. Bye bye.
thank you. Thank you. Let me see how I can modify this. See you.
Yeah, bye bye.
Hello.
Hello,
How
am I
you doing? I
audible?
can see your camera.
Oh, Just a minute. Yeah. Yeah, is it? Yeah. There are so many
Okay.
settings. Yeah. Am I
How are you
audible?
doing?
I'm doing good.
Yes,
I think the lights are not so good. Okay.
it's okay.
That's fine.
Um,
Yeah.
all right. So thank you for joining us. I'm really excited to hear and learn with you. So for those of you who don't know Swapna, he will be talking about leveraging technical writing to land opportunities and boost your developer career. Really excited about your talk and session. So I'll pass the mic over to you and I'll be here to assist you throughout the process.
Thank you. So, this minute. So, can you see my screen? I need to share something.
I'm not being able to see your
Okay.
screen
Yeah,
yet.
just a minute. Yeah, I'm just sharing it.
Okay.
So, is it coming?
Yes, you should be all set now. We can see your
Yeah,
screen.
you can see? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Hi, Danny. Hello, everyone. Thanks for inviting me to speak here on this interesting topic, leveraging technical writing to land opportunities and boost our developer career. Myself, Swapna Panda, a freelancing technical writer, a budding educator, and enthusiastic mentor, a 7 years old expired architect. I'll do my best to present important lessons for which we all have joined this bootcamp. So, what we are going to have in this particular session? So, we will first we will be discussing why we are here today. Then I will give a brief introduction about like technical writing, and then we will see why developers should take technical writing opportunities seriously. And towards the end, we will explore some of the ways to improve this technical writing skills and how can we make considerable growth in our career. So, very first, like why are we discussing this particular topic? Because someone said that developers can try technical writing, developers, quote, can try technical writing, but why? I mean, how? Why should a developer, you know, care about writing? Because the developer loves to build an application, he loves to build a product. Why should he care about writing? Writing is writing that easy? Probably no. Then they said you can leverage this skill and land so many opportunities in your career. Please just tell me this is a lie. I can't believe it. But me saying that if I say it's not a lie, it's an option and seriously a great option. Give me next 25 minutes. I will show you how we can, we developers can, try this option and we'll see the positive sides of it, we'll see some of the difficult parts of it, and we will, like I promise, we will finally will try to make it like, okay, how can we leverage technical writing to, like land so many opportunities in our career. So let's start. So we all have read about three pillars of democracy. We have legislative, executive, judiciary. They all coexist, they do their own job, and they coordinate among each other for smooth functioning of the democracy. Can we relate the same to the products that we are building? So here it is, three pillars of a product: doc, applications, relations, and document. What's application? It's an entire team that works to bring a product into reality, like development, QA, operations, support, monitoring, etc., etc. What's the relations team? So they are basically interface between the product and the end users, like DevRels, your PROs, marketing, sales, legal, all those people. Then you have document. So you have a product, you have a relations team, but without any documentation, do you think anything will work over there? If I don't use a system for a long time, I may forget uh, many parts of it. Like I may not remember like exactly this feature is going to work this way or that way. I won't remember. How a new developer will know that a particular feature was added 5 years ago, but for what reason, right? Certain features are added and probably those are obsolete or those are added for certain reasons. If there is no document for that, then how can a new developer joining the team, he will be knowing about that? If you don't document, we will always be making same mistakes during our go live. Whenever like on Fridays we are going to deploy to production, the same issues will be keep on coming because we don't have any best practices, we don't have any checklist made because we never documented our entire things, right? So today we today we read about our histories like French Revolution, we read about Rome civilization, we read about Great Depressions because someone documented those things that time. We are reading about that, we are learning from those things, and we are we are trying to make not making certain mistakes, or we are taking some best things that has happened over them. If we don't document our learnings, our future generation will never know about it. They will be making same mistakes again, okay, and they will be doing the same research that we are doing right now. So there will not be any productivity over there. So from a product point of view, we can anticipate that how important is documentation. So apart from like applications, relations, that documentation is also very, very important. Now we understood, okay, why documenting is important, but now we should try to focus like, okay, let's understand why technical writing is like important and what is technical writing basically. So this definition I have taken from Wikipedia. So according to Wikipedia, the technical writing is an like writing or drafting technical communication used in technical and occupational fields such as computer hardware and software, architecture, engineering, chemistry, aeronautics, robotics, finance, medical, consumer electronics, biotechnologies, forestry, etc., etc. But in this session, we will focus on computer software, not all those fields, because our audience is basically from like software developers. Now, let's explore like different types of documents that technical writers in software domain generally writes. So what normally we write is like we kind of produce like user guides, manuals, okay, for end users. If a product is going to be used by other products, okay, then we are also producing like API or SDK, like software development kit, those documentations. Technical writers can also produce training materials, like they take certain learning things, okay, learning paths or something, and they can produce those like certain training materials on them. They can also write like statements of work, okay, like we have seen a lot of time, like as a freelancer or if you work for certain uh, companies, so you'll be getting that SOW firsthand. So those are also then written by technical writers because they understand about like the technical sides of the work. Then like technical writers also produce the standard operating procedures, like normally like operation teams follows those. Also we produce like white papers, kind of like new features been added or certain things been changed or something. So we like like in like product based companies and all, we produce those white papers. Okay, now how this like like things that we write, like technical writers write. So what are the different formats like we produce? So mostly like textual or like web browser like friendly mode, things like the blogs or articles that we write. So where we write it in like normal text format, in between add certain quotes or put some images and all, so that like any user can go through that and read it. Also like many people like produce infographic materials where they like take a lot of information and share it in image format, graphic formats. So a picture can tell more than 1,000 words, so you can also create beautiful images and put all those information at one place, which will be more connected with the audience. We can also produce like audio like content where you explain about something through audios and all, and there are a lot of people who like wanted to listen those audio things like podcast and all those things. So they are able to connect easily with that, like whatever we try to say. Then the best thing is like video content, so where you like you made it more interactive and you share a lot of kind of content. You say, okay, this is like the problem, this is a like solution I'm deriving, and these are the codes or these are the exact like issues that I have came across. So everything you can share interactively, so that more people can connect with your content. They can learn more from those things as well. Okay. So now comes the most important part. We understand that technical writing is important, but why do we think like it's a very very great option for like developers? So just tell me, what if Pythagoras wouldn't have documented his theorem? Galileo wouldn't have documented his findings. Newton wouldn't have documented his laws of three, like motions, or Einstein wouldn't have documented about his general theory of relativity or special theory of relativity. So the next generation wouldn't have like learned anything from that. So because like they were the people who encountered those problems, and they did a research and they documented that. They found some solutions and they documented that. That's how like the next generation took those documents from that point, and they they did a more research on that, and they tried to find out like more findings from there. And that's how like our science and other like domains prospering like over the period of time. If our previous generation wouldn't have done that, probably the next generation will not be feeling that content rich. Similarly, developers are the first-hand problem solvers. Do we all agree with that? Because while developing an application, we come across many problems. We developers come across many problems, like the first people who come across many problems. So what we do, like many of those problems are technical in nature, and we do a lot of research. We like visit a lot of sites. We go through Stack Overflow. We like visit many blogs. We browse the internet, and we do a lot of research to find like, okay, this is the problem statement that I have, how to solve this particular issue. So we do a lot of research, and we try to we try to find out some solution out of it. Okay, so Developers are the first time problem solvers. They had a problem, they did some research, and they found some solutions for that. But do we document this? So you got a problem, you solved it, and you did a lot of research in between. So do we really document all those things? If no, we ourselves won't remember the same after some time. We won't remember. And if again we come across the same problem, we'll be again doing the same work, right? So we won't be remembering like what exactly I had, how I had solved this particular thing like some days back. So if we document it, it's not only going to help like ourselves, it's also going to help others who may also face similar kind of problems, right? So it's basically like, you may ask like, okay, I spent my time on doing research, finding a solution, documenting the entire thing, and finally I'm sharing it to the public. I'm doing all these things in my spare time, and I'm doing all these things for free. Why should I do it? Right? The good thing is we can monetize. We can monetize our work in various ways. Okay. The first thing we should care about is our like name, like how to create our own brand. If people know who you are, how you are helping with your write-ups, like your findings, like how uh, you found out a solution for a particular problem, so they won't hesitate to pay. So what you can do, you share a lot of like kind of like blogs or articles. You can ask people for like for subscriptions over there. The brands like if they feel like okay, they can associate with you, okay, for their like like their products. Certain brands may collaborate with you to write about their products, to share it with public, or like all those kind of collaboration or work also you can get. Then you can also get some paid content opportunities. Like there are certain platforms where those platforms are paying the content writers or technical writers to write on their platform. So you can also leverage that opportunity. You can also get some ghost writing opportunities where like you can write on behalf of some other like persons. Also, if you are really enjoying this entire like technical writing like opportunities, then you can take it to the next level. You can also apply for some full-time opportunities where you can go for some like full-time employment with the companies. Like many companies are looking for technical writers, like skilled technical writers into their companies. So what are the benefits? Okay, what are the benefits if someone is preferring technical writing? So as a proficient technical writer, you will be benefited with great communication skills. How? Because you got a problem, you know the solution, and you had a lot of research work in between. So you are trying to draft it in such a way that when you share it in public, similar like minded people like who face the problem, they will be easily understanding that okay, this is the way that they can also solve it. So you got that kind of like entire presentation skills and all. And if you are able to share it in a beautiful manner, you'll be getting a lot of like questions, or you will be communicated by so many people asking you more questions about that and all those things. So your communication skill will be improving over the period of time. Now the second thing is like you will be getting like more visibility, because you are on public domain right now. You are like writing on public domain, so many people are reading your like write-ups. So you'll definitely get more visibility, and like more people will be knowing about you. Now, if everything goes well and you are able to make money, so definitely your lifestyle will be improved. So these are certain benefits that you will be getting as a if you prefer technical writing opportunities. What are the other opportunities that may come your way if you prefer technical writing? So you can be an educator where you can teach people like about like whatever your findings, or like if you have something to share, so you can teach people. Maybe you can produce some courses, or you can do that for free on YouTube or something. So you can teach many people over there. Now you can also mentor certain people, like whoever, like underprivileged people, or whoever looking forward to get some guides, like they're not sure about like their goals, they're looking for some roadmaps. So all these things you can also mentor many people, okay, from your like learnings and experiences. Because you are sharing all these things in public, so there is a great opportunity for you to speak in public, right? So there is a great option of to be a public speaker, where you can share your experience, or like your learnings, everything you can share as a public speaker. And because you are doing all this in public, so people are loving your content and they are looking forward to your contents, and they're also talking about you on social media. So there is a huge opportunity to be a celebrity, right? And the next thing is like brand ambassador. If certain brands really connect with you well, so they may, like ask you to be, to be an ambassador of their like certain products or their brand. And that can give you, like a hell lot of opportunities like coming your way. So, so far we have made good publicities about technical writing and how it opens the door to like many opportunities. But do we think is that so easy, or maybe not? It all depends on how are we trying to improve our skills. So it's very important, like like for a new person, like new beginners, who are trying for technical writing, to know certain basics and how can they improve their skills. So know the basics basically. Okay, first of all, like when you decide to be a technical writer, apart from your development career. So the first thing that obviously comes to our mind is like, what can I write? And so I always say, okay, if you have any doubts on your mind, like, okay, what can I write? So always go for like, if you did you find some like, did you learn something from your recent findings, or like some problem you would have found out, and did you, like have some research work done then on that? So you can start writing on that. Or are you learning something new recently? So take that learning and try to write something on that. So the like ground rule is that you can start with what you know already. Okay, it's going to be easy for you to start. Next is like, how can I write? Okay, so okay, what you are going to write about, but now the next very big thing is like, how can I present it so that it will connect to more users, more developers, if they read about it and all. So how can I like write it in a better way? So the first thing is like, you need to have a very good title of your like write up, so that like more people can find out, okay, this is exactly like this person is going to explain throughout this like article. Also, you need to have, when you have a problem, right, so you are going to explain about that problem inside like entirely. So you need to find out your problem, then sub problems, so you need to outline everything, and you should be able to explain like each point, so that any layman, whoever has faced that particular issues or something, so he will be able to connect with entire thing. Okay, this is the problem, and these are the certain other problems that this guy like I could also encounter, and these are the solutions this person has like found out or explaining, so everything. So that way you should be explain about your problem in such a way that other people will be able to easily find out, okay, what you are going to explain over there, what you are explaining there. And finally, you should summarize your thing like entire write up at your like conclusions. So you should be able to summarize it really well. Why? Because so many people are there who don't like to read like 1,000 or 1,000 like 1,500 words article. So they may simply go scroll down towards the end. They will go to your summarize section, and they will see, okay, what solution you have given. Okay, so if you like summarize it well, so many people will also get benefited from there, and they will also find it really helping. So in your article, you should always, like these are the like, have your like nice title, good outlines, and very good summary. Also, you should be able to produce certain codes or other helping matter like some images and all those things if you are producing. So those are also very good. Like people will also get some like benefit from that. You should also be knowing that okay, what your audience is speaking, like are they English speaking or are they French speaking. So you should know that for whom you are actually going to write. If you're writing about English speaking audience, so just like make sure, like if English speaking or French speaking, whatever language, so just make sure that you are not making very simple or silly like spelling mistakes or grammatical errors. So those are like you are not making, because if you're choosing technical writing as a serious career option, so these are the very basic things like anyone will be looking for. Like, okay, this person is not that serious. He is making so many like spelling mistakes or very simple like grammatical mistakes and all. So just make sure that okay, you are not doing very small kind of mistakes over there, in at least like language point of view. Now coming to the next thing is like where can I write. Okay, so when I started, I chose Hashnode because it was very easy for me. I found it really easy that to start as a beginner. uh, how can you just go there and simply you just start typing and all. So and SEOs and everything also it's taken care of. So many things I found like okay, it's very easy for me. I don't have to do many research over there and all. So just recently, they also like introduced this Hashnode AI. So that also made it, whatever I talked about like since last 5 minutes, they have integrated AI with all those things. You can write a very good title. Hashnode AI will also help you to produce a good outline. It can summarize. It can produce like code for you, and like it can do a lot of like helping things for you. So we can like take help of Hashnode AI to create a very good like blog. We can write a very good blog over there, which other people can also easily connect with. So definitely, like for me, it was like I chose Hashnode like to like publish my content. So from the when we had the basics ready and we have keep on writing, writing more and all. So we have to think about like take it to the next level. So what we can do, like when you start writing and you are writing more, so more and more people are connecting with you. So you are connecting with your audience, right? So know from them like okay, like what they are actually looking from you and what they want from you. Okay, what they want to hear from you. Even if after reading your like article, they may find certain like they may have some doubts, so they may ask you. So try to resolve their like queries, and also you can connect with your audience so that like they feel okay, they are talking to a real human, right? Now you need to also maintain balance, because as a developer you chose this technical career like writing option. So it's an like additional thing that you are doing. So it may hamper your existing work-life balance. So you should try to maintain some ground like things over there, like so that your work-life balance is still maintained and you are not getting overburdened with your like all these new opportunities that you are taking. Also you can try to diversify your field. For example, you started writing about JavaScript. Okay, after some point you understood that your audience are interested to learn more about like React or Node.js or Express, certain kind of things, right? So you can try to like learn those things. Maybe if you don't know about that, you possibly try to learn about that and you try to write some content on that. Or if you know, then you also share those like whatever things you could share on those things. So in that way you can like you can start from one field, but then you can diversify your field. You can expand it to like many other areas. You can talk about many other things, and that way you will be able to connect with more people. More and more people will be connecting with you. They will like, so you can grow from there. So this is all like about in this particular session, like I wanted to tell about like how this like technical writing opportunity can be taken seriously by developers, and they can like get some of like some good opportunities from like doing this by taking this career option. So I'm going to share one success story. I hope it's a success story. Okay, it's my story. So I started my developer career in 2006. Okay, uh, from 2006 to 2016, for almost like 10 years, I started like from junior developer to developer, senior developer, and went on till like applications architect. So by 2016, I started building some kind of like health issues, and because of that reason, I had to quit my job at the peak of my career. After that, like the next 5 years was kind of like blank for me. I don't know, like I was struggling with many things, with my health, with other things. So it was really difficult for me to like when I wanted to come back. So how what should I make? So in 2021, I started taking this technical writing seriously. I joined Twitter. I started sharing, like I made contents and started sharing those to audience and try to connect with them. Slowly, more and more people started connecting with me. I was able to like take it to the next level. I started growing like on Twitter, and then I started sharing those writings on different like blog platforms and all those. So by 2022, I got my first paid opportunity. Okay, so it took around 8 to 9 months of effort on Twitter and blogging platforms. I got my first paid opportunity, and from there, within this years, like today is 2023, I'm writing, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm speaking here in front of you all. So I hope that's my like success story or partial success story or whatever. So that's my story. Now to towards the end of the like session, like I wanted to conclude like whatever we have discussed in this particular session. So first thing, like we understood that documentation is important. Okay, otherwise we will be making the same mistakes, and our next generation will be making same mistakes. So we are not doing any kind of productive work. So documentation is very very important. Developers are the first and problem solvers. We are the people, like we come across many problems and we are like solving those things. So for developers it will be really easy, okay, or relatively easy to start with technical writing. And once you start, there are huge opportunities to monetize your work, and you can grow your career to different fields. Okay, like you can do, like as we said, you can be a brand ambassador, you can public speaking, you can do you can do you can do a lot of different careers, like as I say, like you can also be a celebrity as well. So it's like like you will be getting a lot of visibility because you are sharing your learnings and you are sharing your content, everything on public domain. So it's like you got a more visibility, and so people will be looking forward to you. You will be definitely kind of kind of a public face over there, so you'll be getting more visibility. So here I am. So if you have any questions, or if you want to, ask more about, like, want to know more about technical writing, or how you can, take it forward and make it a career option or something, like, if you have a lot of questions or whatever things, right, you can connect with me on Twitter. You can DM me anytime. Okay. And I will be really happy to answer all of your queries over there. And here we are for the questions and answers. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll try to answer to my best.
Thank you for the awesome talk, Swapna. I'll be going through the questions with you here. Okay, let me close this. Okay. Can you highlight on how to increase our blog's visibility and connect with more audiences? I have
Can
been
you
sharing
highlight?
my coding journey on a daily basis, and surprise, I wrote over 50 blogs.
Can you highlight on how to increase our blog's visibility and connect and reach more audience? I have been sharing my coding journey on daily basis, and to my surprise, I wrote 50 plus blogs. Okay. See, it takes time, like when I joined Twitter, I joined like July 2021. So it took around 3 months of time for me to get some kind of visibility on Twitter. Okay, with like, so what I did during those 3 months. Okay, definitely I was sharing my content. Okay, that obviously because that's the purpose I we joined over there. Now, along with like you are sharing, so you need to also connect with like-minded like other content creators on Twitter. You need to connect with them, you need to talk to them. Okay, if required, just like send some cold DMs, and try to connect with them, like have some kind of copy chats, and try to like ask them and try to get some learnings from them. So try to build some connections, like strong connections with other like-minded people. Okay, what will happen from that, like you'll be getting you'll be able to connect with more and more people over the period of time. Okay, and those people will also be helping you to grow. Okay, so Twitter algorithm is in such a way, like like if Twitter or even in like other platforms, like in like LinkedIn or like Instagram or whichever platform we go, so they're run by some algorithm, right? So you need to have some kind of like connectivity with other people, so that if you are sharing something, some people are able to see it and read it, and they are reacting on that particular thing. Okay, engaging with your content. So if you don't have any audience, right, initially, so how will, like, you are just writing, but nobody is reading that, nobody is coming to your profile, right? So in order like to make people coming to your profile, the thing that I say, like try to connect with like-minded people. Try to like when you see other people are sharing content, go there and give some genuine feedback, or like reply over there, or add something to that, so that whoever reads their content, they will also read your reply over there, and they will be seeing, okay, this person is sharing some good things, so he will be coming to your profile to see what exactly you are sharing. So from there you will get more profile visits, and you will see, like after some point, more and more people are connecting with you when you are sharing something, so it's visible like to more people. So that's how, like initially you can try to like grow. So don't post too much, but whatever you are trying to post, so always try, like you are sharing something quality things, so that whenever some people are coming to your profile, they find, okay, this person is sharing some good things, so he should connect with you. So that's how, like I took my, like when I joined Twitter, and I took this like entire thing, right? So this is the way I took, and it really worked.
Thank you for sharing. Um, Another question. What kind
Yeah.
of research do you do when creating technical documentation?
See, it's always like the point, like I always believe, okay, whenever I come across some problem, I would not be the first person getting that problem, right? There must be million people. Okay, they might have faced the same problem, they might have found out even the solution to that. Okay, what I always understood, like, okay, I might get the problem. Okay, I try to see, okay, if that's a problem, then what kind of solutions might be existing, like suppose people might have shared over the internet. You do some research, like you go through Google, or might be currently we have chat gpt, you can ask chat gpt, you get some kind of like response from there. So when you get the response, it's up to you. Okay, you try to find out, okay, is it, if you have been a layman, will you understand from all these things exactly what you wanted to understand? If no, then I try to take that and try to make it presentable in such a way that if I am a layman, I don't know anything, will I be able to understand? Okay, so I try to draft it in that way. So basic research I do is like kind of like what problem I have. Okay, so whoever has said about that, okay, probably I try to, I won't be going more than five, okay, documents from that. I'll take 4 to 5 documents, like what people have said, and try to find out like what similarities are there, and I'll try to replicate that in my environment, and also am I able to like resolve my query, like okay, whatever problem I had, so everything is working or not. So then I will take like everything to the next level, like okay, how can I explain it in such a way like other people will be able to understand. So Yes, there might be like before you, so many people might have written on the same topic, on the same problem, but you can also write, okay, you can write it in a different way. Probably like more people will be able to understand from your like writing, right?
Nice. A couple more questions. How many articles does one need to write before applying for jobs or projects?
See, certain platforms, like if you go for free camp, or if you go for some other like certain platforms that allow people to write on their platform. Okay, so they also ask like to see at least three blogs, okay, that you have written recently. Okay, so it's always like like you would have written 3 to 5 recent blogs you have, okay, and it's not that entirely different topics, okay. It could be on some like similar problem statements or something, which would give the like your employer or like other persons, like those who are looking for to give like technical writing opportunities. So when they go through your written articles, they will be able to find out, okay, this person has explained it in a really good way, okay, and he is not making those simple silly mistakes and all. So this is the way. Like if I would have been like like when people reach out to me, I had written like probably 4 to 5 articles only, okay. People reach out to me. Why? Because I was sharing, I was not writing on like blogging platforms that much. I was writing more on Twitter, okay. So on Twitter I had a lot of content, right? So people know, okay, this is the way I was writing. They understood, okay. So they take it, okay, this person is able to explain in this way, and that's how like it works. So probably like it may depend on like people, like if you are writing exclusively on like blogging platforms and everything, probably you may have to write a little more so that people will know more about you. But if you are sharing your content on like the social media and everything, like, so probably even if you have written like less articles, still people will also connect with you, like because they know, okay, this person has written so many things on Twitter or other platforms. So that's how like so it's basically like people should understand, okay, this is like the person is knows his domain well, and he is able to write with proper outlinings and everything. So that's how.
Nice. Um, Maybe a last question. What do an employer look for in a technical article?
As I said, it's always like the first thing is, when you are writing on like using English or using whatever language, right? So you don't make silly mistakes over there. If you are a serious technical writer, you are thinking seriously, then don't make those silly mistakes, like some simple like spelling mistakes, or even like simple grammatical mistakes, like instead of and you are using a, or instead of am you are using are, like all those things, right? Those are very silly mistakes. So these days, like there are so many tools available, so you can take help of all those tools. So don't make those silly mistakes, okay. And the next thing that they would see is like how you are actually like outlining your structure, entire structure, okay. So you might have written like, people are writing 500 words articles, people are writing 1500 words articles, people are writing 3000, 3500 word articles, right? So the most important thing is like how you are outlining the entire structure, so that each and everything is visible, okay. Whenever someone is coming to read your article, right, so he is able to connect with entire article, okay. He is not getting bored after reading like 1 or 2 paragraphs. He will, if he started getting bored, then definitely he will not stay there, right? So if you have taken a particular problem which you understood, okay, there might be a lot of people who might have faced similar problems, and you are explaining that, try to explain it in such a way that other people will be able to connect it in reality, right? So employer will also be looking the same thing, okay, how you are able to define that structure, and how you are explaining are a little bit humor. Many like employers ask that when you are writing, don't write as a serious person, Okay, entirely like everything seriousness over there. Okay, sometimes try to like add a little bit humor, try to make a joke, or try to like make humor of yourself, like I made a mistake. Okay, just make your like joke of yourself. So you can do all those things. Okay, take liberty, so that like audience feel like good when they start reading your things, right? So they will feel, okay, I should be reading the next paragraph. Okay, so the employer will also be looking that same thing. Okay, you are explaining it in a really good way, and you are also adding a little bit humor to your things. You are summarizing your thing, you are giving a good outline. So all these things, so basic things, definitely all those employers are always look for.
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Swapna, for your time. You had a great session, great talk, great answers to all our questions. So I appreciate you
Oh,
for being here. And yeah, it was a great time and really loved you all for being with us. So I'll be removing you from stage. So thank you again.
thank you,
Uh,
thank you.
okay. So, guys, thank you all for being here. If you do want an awesome Hashnote gift box by the end of the bootcamp, I highly encourage you to write articles about on Hashnote about what you have learned in each one of the sessions. Use the hashtag Hashnote Bootcamp when posting. And again, the top 3 submissions will receive an awesome Hashnote gift. So I look forward to seeing you all here tomorrow for more sessions, more focus about personal branding and community engagement. So thank you all and see you here tomorrow. Bye bye.